Today I'll be doing the review and unboxing of the Gamo Bull Whisper Bone Collector Edition .177 caliber break barrel rifle. Opening up the box here, you have the rifle itself. It will come in a plastic bag, but we took ours out before to make sure everything worked. We'll go over that in a second. It costs around $200 to $250, so it's a pretty affordable price for a break barrel gun. Also, you have 50 pellets that it comes with, and these pellets are a higher grade, and that's what's going to give it its 1,300 FPS. With regular pellets, you're looking at around 1,100, to 1,200. Also, it comes with a scope, which is really nice for a gun, and it is a 4x32 scope, and it is made by Gamo. I'll show you the adjustments here really quick. It's not field adjustments. You actually have to use a screwdriver, so if you're sighting this gun on a bench or something, you'll be able to do it easily, but if you're out on the field it might be a little harder unless you carry a screwdriver with you. It also comes with an Allen key to attach the scope to the rails of the gun. So we'll move on to the gun now. Starting in the back here at the buttstock, you have these rubberized tabs almost that come out of the butt pad here, and it gives it like a skeleton butt kind of look, and this really reduces the recoil of the gun. And for this gun, really surprisingly, it does have a lot of recoil still, but it's still a very nice gun. It's not something like that would absolutely kill your shoulder or anything. So smaller kids could use this gun too. You have a harder plastic stock here, and with the Bone Collector Edition, it is a green OD stock with rubberized padding pretty much all over it. This is a raised cheek pad, so it's really nice, and it goes all around, so if you're right or left-handed, depending on which side you have your face resting, it covers you either way. And moving on, you have your rubberized grips here, and those are really nice and are really very comfortable. And you also have a rubberized foregrip here for when you're actually holding the gun. So you also have this Bone Collector logo, which really gives it a nice look. So we'll move on now to the trigger and trigger guard. Since the trigger guard is part of the stock, it is plastic, but that's alright. I mean, it still gives it a really nice look to it, and it's OD green too. The one bad part about this gun, which I don't like, is the plastic trigger. I'm just not a big fan of them, but it's a very nice trigger. I mean, it feels like it will hold up too. And the safety here is also plastic, but either way, it's still a very strong plastic. It's not going to break on you or anything like that. And another thing about the safety is, I read on Gander Mountain that when you cock this gun and break the barrel, that the safety should go on. I haven't found that to be true yet, so I don't know. Maybe it starts working after like 300 shots, but I don't know. And then we'll move on to the chamber here. This chamber has a gas piston in it, which is very nice. Gas pistons are more preferred with me over regular springs because they last longer and they hold a more precise and accurate shot. And that really helps when shooting and sighting in your gun too. Also, you have your rail here. It's not a raised rail, it's actually part of the gun, and that's where you will put your scope here on it. But moving on, you have the title of the gun, the name of the gun here, with 130 FPS with PVA platinum pellets. And then you have your break barrel and barrel itself. The barrel is made of a steel, which is really nice, and that's what most are made of. But it has this plastic composite going over it, and which I found quite unusual, but it actually continues the whole way, and that's what makes up this noise dampening silencer kind of suppressor thing they put on the muzzle there, and that's what makes this gun very quiet. So I think that's pretty much all we can do about reviewing this gun. Now we'll move on to the ballistics gel test and accuracy test and see how this gun performs. Now I was aiming in the center each time, but you can see I actually had 1 bullet go there, but 4 went in the black. I guess if I were to bring down my scope just a little bit, it would actually, I'd have more in the center. But for preciseness, this is very precise. You have 2 very close ones, and none of these are more than an inch away from any other one. So it's very precise for a break barrel gun. Okay, so now we're moving on to the ballistics gel test. I'm going to get this started as soon as possible because we just took the ballistics gel out of a refrigerator. So here we go. So we shot the ballistics gel here after I finally made it over, and there's a very small entry hole into it, but it was right in the center of the ballistics gel. And then you have this expansion here. Hold on. And it actually, after it expands like the ballistics gel a little, it just keeps going straight through and out until the other side. You can see it even left a mark. And so it's a very powerful gun. With the FPS so high, you would expect that. Oh, and by the way, we took the ballistics gel test at 5 yards, not at 10 yards, just because I didn't want to miss the ballistics gel, because you only get 1 shot with that stuff anyway. You can see it's a very rigid, it's meant to be like flesh, and it was actually probably a little bit even more sturdy when I shot it because it was fresh out of the refrigerator. So the price point of this gun is great, and it's got the piston in it, it's got that silencer at the end of it, and all of this together makes a really good Gamo whisper. So if you are looking to buy this gun, I definitely would. I wouldn't have any second thoughts on it or anything. So thanks for watching, and that's my review of the Gamo Bull.